how important is going viral? Dude, we're totally off of the list of questions
totally
that
fine.
I've sent you.
No, totally fine. Yeah, I like this. I mean, it's unscripted. Off script. How important is going viral? I mean, just bring it back to what's your goal? Are you trying to go viral and get tons of followers, but like make no sales? Or are you trying to stay small, but everyone that's following you is a believer and buyer?
Hey, welcome to the Mobile Podcast trailer. Today, I have a gem, a hidden gem right next to me. Joseph is an amazing content creator, creative, and if you know anything about sports and creativity and the combination of the two, you are in for a treat today. Joseph has worked with so many people, and I'm going to let him tell you. But first, this podcast is for creatives, the dreamers, and the risk takers who never planned on being entrepreneurs, but found themselves building something anyway. We sit down with local business owners and talk about the real journey behind the work, the creativity, the pressure, the doubt, and the moments that made it all worth it. If you've ever thought, how did I end up here? This podcast is for you. Welcome, Joseph.
I love it. Wow.
Dude, how do you say your last name?
Joseph Gennaro.
Gennaro.
Yeah, it's Italian, but I'm not Italian. But
So
we'll get to that story.
Yeah. So, because every other podcast waits to the end, I want to start with your socials up front. How can people get in touch with you? So obviously you're going to listen to this podcast or watch it, and then you're going to go, I need to see this dude and what he does. So tell everybody up front.
Yeah. All right. My handles, I have two handles. My main one is Joseph Gennaro _, and that's the one I post my, life updates. I just graduated college. The one I just post aesthetic things I find or just work I'm doing behind the scenes and just my main work that I do. And then I have another one called Inside Narrative Media. That's what I'm trying to build. That's really just showcasing my clients that I've worked with, relationships I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a brand around storytelling and the narrative of the athlete or subject that I'm shooting, their point of view outward. So, you got tons of highlight clips of athletes and hype reels and all those things, just quick 15-second videos. Just I'm like, that's cool, but you didn't tell me anything. You didn't convey a story, no message. So that's what I'm building on the second profile, Inside Narrative Media _.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so let's kind of start with, you've worked with a lot of really cool, you're 22 years old.
Yes, I am.
And you just graduated from GCU.
Correct.
So I'll ask you this first, even though it wasn't on my questions. How much does faith play into your creative process and the people that you work with?
I like that. That's a pop question. More than I realize now that you asked me a question. A lot of times I think just in the industry that I'm in that it's very relational, in that if you don't connect with someone on a deeper level, which is, other than same niche, your success is limited. And a lot of the people I've worked with are just grounded in faith. Like a lot of them are, leaders in their home life, in their church, and they showcase it on their profiles and they're not afraid of, sharing their faith. So that's a big thing in the theme that I didn't really, ask for or intentionally seek out. It's just naturally, been around me. And I found out that there's more success in that.
Yeah.
And I can connect with someone personally, not just within what they do, but who they are. And I think that's attached to who you are, your faith.
Exactly. So let's go back to like the very beginning. Where did life start for you?
Way back. All right. Life starts
Because by the way, he is half my age. So in theory, I am old enough to be your dad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm probably the same age as my dad. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm your dad and I share the same age.
Yes, roughly. Definitely. Probably. I don't want to guess too high.
Yeah.
But yeah, life starts back in 2003.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I had already graduated from high school.
Wow.
I was deep in real life.
I was not. 2003 in Uganda. I was born there. I was abandoned as an infant. Long story short, I was adopted at the age of 4, moved to San Diego, California, with a family of 6 kids. It's crazy. Lived there for a couple of years. Then my first dad was called to the mission field. We moved to South Africa. Lived there for about a year and a half. He got encephalitis, passed away from that.
Whoa.
Then my mom was called to Kenya to serve as a teacher at a boarding school called Rift Valley Academy. So we lived there for about 2 years. She served at a boarding school. I went to school there. Loved it. Just the connections, the people. I want to go back so bad. Left there in 2016, came to the United States again, finished out my middle school and high school years. COVID hit, which was crazy.
Yep, for all of us.
No one planned for that at all.
Yeah.
So that was crazy, just crazy the whole time. Mom remarried in 2019, so just before COVID. Their stepkids, my stepbrothers now, moved into the house. So you have like a group of like 6 kids just in the house. It's crazy. So that time period was hard for me, but also where the most growth happened, I think. Right. If I look back in past years. That's what got me into content, really. I have never had a desire to be on camera, around cameras, with technology, devices, never like gravitated towards other stuff. I want to be an athlete. I want to be a track star or some kind of runner or athlete on the field. My parents and my siblings used to joke that, one of us kids who were adopted would be like the chosen child as the athlete, but that didn't happen. So I wanted to be in the spotlight.
Right.
So my broadcasting teacher assigned us an assignment to be the subject of our COVID experience, in that we would record and document our COVID life. So I took that on as a challenge. We got a dog too, so I was documenting the dog. Right. That profile blew up to 10,000 followers. We got sponsored collars, food, and treats, and I was like, I can do that for myself. Why am I documenting this dog instead of me? So I didn't really do the assignment as properly. But I really realized that, hey, like, this can be a real thing. Like, I can, this little thing I did on the side, it generated some money, got sponsorships, and real people followed from it. Just making, dumb little reels. And yep. I think that was the big burst of reels during COVID. Right. That's when social media just totally changed. A shift. It was a huge shift. A lot of less curated marketing stuff, more so like just phone, quick shot. You don't need all the production, just the simple, easy edits. Just go big. So I took it upon myself. I bought my first camera, Sony a7 III. Wow, it was expensive. It was $2,000. So me as a high school, was that in a retail $2,000, or did you buy that secondhand? New. Yeah. From Best Buy, like the second to last one they had, because cameras were flying off the shelf during COVID. Dude, yeah, totally. Everyone was like documenting their life. Everyone was doing YouTuber. Everyone was, or they were doing Zoom meetings, and they needed a better camera. Yeah. So at least in San Diego, just like you could not find a camera. Right. So I got that camera, and I was like, I literally emptied the bank. Hey, had a job at the Habit. That's a great burger spot. Yeah, so good. Shout out to Habit. Bought my first camera. No money, no plan, just boom. And I started just documenting and taking pictures, bringing the camera to the games, at high school games, and tagged the athletes. And they're like, "Oh, these are good." I'm like, sweet. I'm just, my name got out there. Didn't charge anything because I didn't know
what to do.
What to do with this
Yeah.
thing. Like, I look back at the pictures, they're so blurry. They're all like,
well, yeah, come on, they're running.
yeah, they're running. They're all like, my shutter and everything is just all messed up and whack. I'm like, I thought those were great.
Yeah.
They reposted them, and some people have them still on their profile. I'm like, wow, take it out. It's so bad. But that really seeing the impact that my work, even though it wasn't the best, made on all those athletes and the fellow student worker, just fellow classmates.
Yeah.
It really made me think, like this isn't just a camera. It's like a tool to, promote, help, and tell something.
Yeah.
Hearing back, and I was like, I had people text me later on, "Hey, I love those pictures. Man, I never got any pictures like that. It was my last year playing, and we're using that for my graduation pictures." I'm like,
there you go.
Wow, I could have charged you, but no.
Yeah.
So just seeing that really sparked something. I was like, okay, this could be something.
For sure.
Terrible, blurry, whatever. Went to GCU. Was close. Far enough away from home where I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm starting something new.
Yep, you're breaking out on your own.
Exactly.
You feel a little bit independent.
Exactly. I didn't want to be. All my siblings stayed in San Diego. I wanted to be in my own space.
So let me ask you this: how many siblings are adopted and biological?
So my brother and I adopted, and 4 biological, and then 2 siblings.
Is your brother biological to you, or comes from? So did he get adopted at the same time?
Same time, same orphanage.
So you guys are twins.
You can say, yeah, exactly. That's a good way to say that. I never thought I'm going to use that now.
Yeah.
Twins of different ages.
Yeah, yeah. You're just a little bit different. It's okay.
Exactly. I love it. Yeah, brother from another mother.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I have 4 biological to my mom.
Okay.
Then dad, and then 2 step to his stepdad, and then 1 adopted, but not blood.
Okay.
So we
dude,
very serious.
Families come in so many different ways.
Oh yeah.
And it's so cool that, because I know a lot of adopted kids have a hard time, and you express that, but it seems like you've come to an understanding of it's more positive than negative.
And you can't tell kids that right away.
No, it has to be learned.
Yeah, it has to be learned. It has to be so hard for me to even want to be in America, want to be seen in public with my family. Nothing that they did. It was just me. I was just I wanted to be seen, identity. I wanted to have people who look like me. I wanted to, tons of just identity issues, culture shock, because there's difference between African-American, African, and then you throw that into a white family. It's just
yeah.
I was a wreck, but it took time.
It always
it took time.
And I can't even begin to think that I understand what you've experienced, but I wanted to cover that because a lot of people see their lives as limitations, and you could definitely look at all the things that you've dealt with in your life and go, yep, I certainly can't be successful because I had all of that, wrapped up in my emotions. But it seems like you're not letting that stuff negatively impact or sway you in achieving what you've already achieved. You're just, and you did a lot of this because you just graduated last month. So you've done all of this before you even graduated college. So let's wrap your brain around the fact that you just So one of the things that I want to express to everybody that comes into the trailer with me is that you are a miracle. the fact that you won the race to the egg
Yeah.
and you were born, and the circumstances
That was
of what you were abandoned.
Yeah.
So like, bro, you are like the biggest miracle
Yeah.
that I've interviewed so far.
Appreciate
Like
you.
that. So I want to lift up people and remind them that like we've already won the race.
Yeah.
And all we have to do is keep pursuing that bigger dream that God has given us.
Yeah.
And so like you've already crushed it. You've worked with the Suns, the Cardinals, the Brewers. And the reason why I found you was because of this really funny guy named Jarrell Carter.
Yes.
Who does these silly, fitness stitches, which those are what kind of hooked his audience, right? Tell me, like, I'm not going to go down that road just yet, but like, tell me about like your creative process and how you're bringing in new clients. How do you structure your creative process and your creative contracts?
Okay. Yeah. Let me just say, it's still work in progress. I don't have it all figured out.
Bro, it's always a work in progress.
Because I will say this, every single, I hate saying client, but it's a client. Every single client, or more so opportunity to network and work with people, is different. You got to pivot. You can't, one price and package and deliverable isn't going to be the same for person B or A, C, or whatever.
Right.
So I'm still figuring it out. But right now, you asked about my creative process.
Yeah.
One, I want to push getting to know the person and their vision. Like, okay, tell me who you are. What's, with a brief summary, why are you doing what you're doing? Like, why are you running 100 miles? Why, which is some real people, like, who will reach out to me, like, why are you running 50K? Why are you wanting to do this high rocks, or why?
Yeah.
Or why are you wanting me to document your school and the sports? Because that, allows me to put myself in your shoes,
right,
and your vision. And then once I see what you could do differently and we can work as a team and like vision and piece it together, then I price it.
And how are you building out those contracts? Are you going, hey, for the next 6 months, we're going to create, 2 videos a week that are going to go to long form YouTube? Or are you going, we'll do 26 vertical, reels or short form stuff? Like, how are you processing that?
So again, it's so customizable. So, based on their goal, we'll say, is YouTube the better platform for you for long form, or is it really just short form? So I have a friend who, does, he has a dealership back in San Diego.
Okay.
And he does like, POVs of how to buy, sell, trade and barter for cars. TikTok does really well for that.
Yes.
Very well for that. We tried long form. It didn't do well. And I'm like, okay, we're just going to stick to this. You got to try it first before you, can fully say, no, it won't work for you.
Right.
But that's going to be different. The car industry is going to be different than the running industry, where a lot of runners like stories. They like hearing, why is this person running for this cause? Or why is this person, and that's good for long form YouTube.
Right. Right.
For Jarrell, what we're trying to do is build a native YouTube, or like organically a YouTube following, separate from his Instagram following. A lot of his Instagram following, they love the stitches, they love Dewey, they love, they know him for that. We're trying to build a community that knows Jarrell for who he is, as far as the stitches, but also sees him as highlighting all forms of fitness. So he's doing Pilates. He's doing rock climbing. He's doing, we love to do surfing. We already did rodeo, like horse riding.
I saw that.
We want to do all these forms of fitness to highlight that there's not only one way to get fit. People think, oh, he's, a big, strong bodybuilder, NFL player. He thinks he knows it all. No,
Right.
He wants to show you that ballet and all these things and forms of fitness are good and they're hard. And just because you're big doesn't mean, you're better.
Right.
So that's kind of the whole gist. So he wants to build a longer form, and we're trying to build a longer form following on YouTube.
There you go. And what's his following right now?
I think on YouTube it's about 23K.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I joined him when he was about, I want to say 15.
Okay, so you've doubled.
We doubled it. Yeah.
And so with him,
don't quote me on that. I need to actually make sure, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all good. Like with him, are you doing annualized contracts or are you doing like per video?
So I'm in a retainer for him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on a monthly retainer.
Mm-hmm.
I won't ask you how much.
Yeah.
That part's go figure that stuff out yourself. Like people, here's the deal. If you're, let me just say it this way. If you're doing more than 4 videos a month for a person or a brand, you need to be on a retaining contract.
Yes.
If you are not doing that, if you're doing it per video, then there's no skin in the game for the brand. So, with it, and if you weren't doing it, I would be telling you the same thing right now. Like I've had for the last, 6 years, we're on year 7 with AFT construction, and my contracts have fluctuated. They've gone, they started at 2 videos a week, and then it went to 4 videos a week, and then it went, and these were long form videos, 4 long form videos a week. And then it switched to 1 video a week, and now it's like 1 every 2 weeks. We're always trying to figure out what is the best recipe, and I think we're landing on 2 videos a week right now.
YouTube videos or shorts?
Yeah, YouTube videos. So they're, and when I create content for my clients, a long form videos, anything greater than 2 minutes, shot horizontally. Because the thing is sometimes a video doesn't need to be 20 minutes long.
Oh, I hate those videos too.
But sometimes it needs to be 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And so like I just flat rate, the basically the month, like I go, hey, here's 4, we're going to do 4 videos this month. It'll be X amount of dollars. And I don't say, if it's a 26-minute video, I'm going to charge you more, because very rarely is it that much.
Yeah.
But also if it's a 2-minute video, just because it's a 2-minute video doesn't mean I didn't put time and effort into it. Like I pay my team, so like I'm paying them the same rate as, if we do a 2-minute video or an 8-minute video, those are going to be the same price.
A 2-minute video actually took me 5 hours one time.
Bro.
It's crazy.
Right?
That ratio is crazy. People don't understand, like,
dude, the editing, and so, that right there, like if you're not working in a retainer scenario, and you're consistently working with the same people, lock that up.
Yes.
Lock it up.
That's one thing I learned not too long ago, actually, in that, like, earlier on, if you have no track record, yes, take anything. You got to build something, You can't just be like, give me a retainer. You have done nothing.
Right.
You have no proof of like anything, no content. But once knowing your value is so important. I have this term I made up myself, KYV, know your value, so you can prove your ask or your offer.
Yep.
In that if someone is paying you a blank amount of money and you're like, hey, like I'm providing way more value than what you're paying me.
Right.
Bump up, know your value, like improve it, improve your work or improve your offer in that, hey, can you offer me money, or I need to actually improve my work to, get said offer.
Right.
So that's a big thing I'm trying to reiterate to myself, like KYV, know your value. So.
Yeah. Definitely know your value, but also know that like, know the worth of the individual or the brand that you're working with.
Yeah.
Because also at the same time, like you said it earlier, I think we weren't recording yet, but like you said, you never know who's watching.
Oh, so true.
And like with
story of my life right there.
It's so true.
Wow.
Like, I didn't get to work with this person, but my client texted me one day and was like, I sent your info to Tara Lipinski.
Wow.
Who was like, this Olympian, I think. I don't pay much attention to sports, but apparently she was a very, well-to-do. She lost her house in the Palisades fire, I think. But like, he was like, I sent her your info to do content for her. She never contacted me, but apparently she has my number. She saw something we did and liked it enough, but whether or not they open the door, that doesn't matter, but you don't know who's watching. And so there comes a point where there could be a lost leader, like somebody that like, even if you said, hey, Jarrell, I'm doing this stuff for free for you because I'm believing that somebody's going to come along from your content and see what we've done and they're going to hire me. Now, certainly you don't need to do that. But the thing is that like, if it was your first gig, then yes, do that. Be willing. A lot of people nowadays, you know what? I'll ask you a question because this is something that I think everybody, it's kind of a hot button topic, but how important is going viral? Dude, we're totally off of the list of questions that I've sent you.
No, totally fine. Yeah. I like this. I mean, it's unscripted. Off script. How important is going viral? I mean, just bring it back to what's your goal? Are you trying to go viral and get tons of followers, but like make no sales? Or are you trying to stay small, but everyone that's following you is a believer and buyer,
Right.
Someone I don't know who it was, but someone was like, I'd rather have 10K followers and have every single one of them be a buyer and a client than 2 million and then have like, 100 or 50 buyers. Like,
right.
So what's the word for it? How interactive and reciprocative? I don't know if that's even a phrase. How many of your followers are actually bought into your content enough to buy whatever you drop? I think that's how you can best see, do I need to go viral? Do I really need to go viral?
Well, and also too, like, what's viral for you?
Viral for me would be hitting, in the highest video that I hit was like, I think 90K.
That's rad.
So hitting above that. I mean, or just doubling my followers. Like, that would be.
Well, like the cool part. So like, if we go based off of, if say one of your clients is repping a product or they have a product to sell and they have 10,000 followers and they sell that product for $5 and all 10,000 of those people buy, that's 50 grand.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good month.
Yeah.
Right. If you could have that, if you could like, so the part that I'm really playing with is like, I don't even need like the 130 followers I have on Instagram right now and the 12 subscribers I have on YouTube, which by the way, I appreciate every single one of you.
Which I'll too. I will. Yeah, I got you.
It's like if every one of those people were so highly engaged and they would buy, a digital product.
Yeah.
Like, what if I created the framework of building out this trailer, or you want to start your own podcast? Well, I've got a PDF that's $5. If you're, because we all know that if we do something totally for free, the buy-in to people isn't as good. Because so Eli and I have been traveling around the city, hosting people like I'm hosting you right now, small business owners and cool people that I like. And a lot of them have really appreciated the time in here. But one thing that I'm learning is they're not sharing the verticals that I'm sending them. So they're not sharing them. I'm inviting them to collaborate, but a lot of them, it disrupts their feed and it looks different than what they're used to having on their feed. And so they're like, I'm not charging them to be in here with me. So they have no interest in sharing it.
Because they didn't put anything down to you.
Yeah, they didn't. So eventually I'll get to a place where I can go,
demand is higher.
Hey, when the demand hits this, I can start charging. If people start contacting me and they want a spot, like I had somebody reach out on Instagram and he said, I really like this idea. And I was like, sweet. Well, all you need to do is get somebody that you want to interview on the podcast, and we can do a getting started session, and it's $800, which is the getting started rate. Yeah. It's a 2-hour time block. You could shoot 1 or 2 podcasts depending on the length, and we'll clip it. We'll put the whole thing together, send it back to you, and you're good. And she goes, oh, I have a product that I want you to interview me and me talk about it. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I could probably charge more for that.
Yeah.
Because you're going to make money off of it.
That product.
So like if this, if you're willing to invest, then I'll, it'll be $1,000 or something like that. And we'll go at it, because then I'll ask questions. You have talking points, and we'll treat it like a mock interview, but it's really kind of an infomercial. Yeah. That would be, a great way to get this in front of people.
Exactly. You highlighted exactly. I think I watch all these YouTube videos.
You and me both, bro.
It talks about exactly what you're talking about. Like in that people won't pay for a certain price. If it's way too high, they're like, okay, too much money. But if it's way too low, they're like, wait, why is it so cheap? What am I getting?
Right.
If you price it, just in the middle, there's actually like a trade-off where like, okay, I'm getting some value, but I'm also, putting some money down.
Right.
In that not everyone wants everything for the cheap. Cause then they're like, is the experience going to be, compromised because it's so cheap?
Right.
So you talk about that. Yeah. It's interesting.
Well, and two, so, this is really funny, but, earlier today, I was working out, and I caught this video on TikTok where this girl was talking about, she's like, here's what rich people do that us poor people don't. And I thought,
good hook. It's a good hook.
This is going to be garbage. And then, she goes, have you ever heard of Frisbees? Yes, Frisbees. And I was like, okay, now you got me again.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna watch a little bit further.
Hooked.
We're gonna talk about hooks in a little bit.
I love it.
This will lead into hooks. But she goes, you're familiar with them because at Walmart they're like $5 to $10 at most, right? And if you play disc golf or frisbee golf or whatever, it gets a little bit more expensive. But overall, you're not spending all that much money. But did you know that Louis Vuitton, Prada, Chanel have Frisbees? And she goes, and let me just tell you, $200 is the low price. And she went from $200 all the way up to like $2,400 for a Chanel Frisbee. And I was like, hold on a second. And I text my friend, and he does like eBay stuff. And I was like, bro, be on the lookout for these.
Yes.
In the thrift stores. And
oh my gosh.
and
doesn't fly any different. It's the same thing.
same thing. It's
with
not any different. It just has the name on it.
Same.
So like that right there is going back to what you're talking about. Like people want to know that and here's the deal. A lot of people always say solve rich people problems.
Oh, yeah. Because they're expensive.
Because they often will, they don't care as much as a poor person.
Yeah.
Or let's be a little bit more PC. They don't care as much as a person that does not have a wealth of money. See, the thing is that wealthy people, they already have money. What they know also is that they don't have all of the time.
Buy back their time.
Yeah. Did you read Dan Martell's book?
I did not, but Myron Golden talks about that.
Okay. So are you a part of his coaching program?
No.
Myron's? You should be.
I should?
I think that I should be too, but it's expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, he gives enough content in his YouTube videos where I'm like, okay, I can use that.
Yeah. So do you know who Omar is? Omar El Takori? You should pay attention to him. So he's a podcast dude. You ever heard of Think Media?
Yes.
So Think Media, he was on the Think Media team for a while. But he broke off, started his own coaching program, did like 3 million last year in coaching. Not that we need to become coaches, but like bro killed it.
Yeah. That word too is,
I don't know.
a little saturated.
Yeah, it feels saturated.
Everyone's a coach. But yeah, I mean, it can be genuine, yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, that's kind of what I am when I go out with my clients. So like we don't script anything. And we just go out and we look at a job site. So they're all construction based things. So like we'll show up because we can't script it, because when we show up and that thing isn't done, that completely throws the whole like premeditated idea right out the window. So we don't script anything. So we'll show up, we'll walk the job site, point out a couple of ideas, try to framework it a little bit, and then hit go.
Like that.
And it's worked. Could it be better? Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of my clients, it was funny. It was the first video that Eli ever came and filmed with us. We shot it. It was about basements. Basements are not popular in Arizona.
Oh, not just.
And we shot this video and I had no idea what it was going to do. And it shot to like 140,000 views on YouTube, which is like mega viral for us. Like this channel was less than 2,000 subs. Watch hours were abysmal. And we showed up and I was like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about basements. I did a Chat GPT script, prompted, and it hit me with some bullet points. And I said, here you go, Nathan. I need you to do this. And he talked about it. We edited it, threw it up, and it skyrocketed. And it brought that channel up to over 2,000 subs, and it made it eligible to monetize.
See, look how you just used AI the right way through content and video creation.
Yeah.
You used it to partner up, make a script, give me a prompt, give me an idea, but then you took it away and override it. It probably gave you some things where you're like, I'm not going to use that. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's made thumbnails for me. It's made hashtags are kind of, it's made thumbnails for me.
They're still important.
They're still important.
They're not
now limited to 5.
Yeah. Which on Instagram, I remember like one day I was like hitting it with like 12 and then all of a sudden it was 5 and I was like, no, what happened?
No. Yeah. Me too. I was like, wait, what are all my hashtags? But that's using AI in the right way though. Like, I mean, I think, which I'm learning still, I'm not pro. I hate like speaking as if I'm an expert in this.
We're all novice at this.
Yeah.
Like even though the gurus and the experts out there, all those dudes saying that they know what they're doing. No, No, we don't know. It's a sliding scale constantly. There are some, frameworks and some things that you could do to follow, but like
it's gonna be different for you,
in 6 months it's going to change
so quick.
So fast.
But yeah, using it in the right way. You know, not using it as the last say, but also like using your brain, which I have a hard time sometimes doing, I admit, but not having it do all the work, but because people can tell when you use chat.
Yeah.
People can tell like, this is not a human. This is,
Oh, that doesn't sound like what a human would say.
Or if you know the person, I'm like, you don't talk like this, buddy.
Right. Yeah. That's not you. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's someone else. But yeah, just learning to use AI on the right way. Like it's editing videos for me. Like I can Descript. Have you heard of Descript?
I have, but I haven't used it.
Oh my gosh. Game changer. It's brought my editing down, I guess, like minus 2 hours.
So you're still editing
I'm still editing
on your own.
everything.
You don't have an editor processing for
me.
you.
Yeah. So all the people I've shot for, worked with, they get me as the face of
Everything. You're a cameraman, you're a producer, you're the hype man going, you could do it.
Could do this, or hey, we're not gonna say that. Hey,
let's do a different take.
Let's cut that. We're not saying that, but there's been some things where I'm like, hey, let's not say that on camera. Like, yeah, but I'm wearing all those hats, which I like in a way. The demand hasn't been so high where I'm like, help. Plus they get my authentic style. Yeah. Like if someone else were to do it, it'd be a little bit different. I could teach them my way of doing things and editing, but it's going to be different. It's going to have someone else's fingerprint in it. But Descript has been so helpful in that you can upload an 8-minute clip. Like I did an interview with the president of Justice University.
Okay.
Dr. Palmer, and had him just talk about his life and who he was. And then I threw it into Descript. It pulls up the whole, all the captions and everything what it said. I tell AI, remove all the spaces, remove all the messed up words, remove all the repeated words, remove unnecessary words and everything. Culls through it. Boom. Done in like 10 seconds. I go through it and it will cut for you. So once you say if I mess up right here and it's like this whole podcast, you could put it into Descript and you could just see it. And it will cut and splice it up, everything for you.
Dope.
Which is crazy. And I'm like, wow. So then I take that and I throw it into my, Adobe, put the color grading, put the audio, put the visuals, put the sound effects, and then boom, export it. So I use like 3 apps. But it's way quicker. I'm like, AI is here.
So is there a place where that doesn't work? Like what, I guess I'll say it like this. The clip that introduced me to you was Jarrell's High Rocks video that he shared on his Instagram and he tagged you. And I was like, finally, he tagged the dude that's behind him. And I am so happy because I've also
have you noticed? Were you like, who's filming for him? Have you wondered?
Always. Always.
Yeah.
But that's just because that's the game that we play. Like, I know that maybe there's some things that he's filming on his own. And maybe it's that stuff in his gym where he's doing stuff with Duty. But I'm imagining that you're on the back end editing those, right? Or is it him?
He's doing most of the things you see on his Instagram itself.
Like all the Stitch stuff?
All the Stitch stuff. Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah. He's a power. He can edit so quick and get, he's been in this for a couple of years.
Yeah.
He can pump out his content in like 3 seconds. It's crazy. Like a month's worth in like a week. Like he's very efficient, which I've learned so many things from him. Efficient, communicative. He's very, everything is
driven.
Very driven. Everything's organized. And once he shoots, he's using it. Nothing is wasted.
Let's talk about that. So, like your so that High Rocks video that you did for him, that was all you. So,
Correct.
by the way, dope that you're giving credit to, like, because a lot of people will come to me and be like, because my client AFT has like 272,000 followers on Instagram, and everybody's like, "Oh, dude, you're that guy with them," and I'm like, "Bro, that's not at all me." Like, majority of it goes to Brad. Brad is the brains behind that. Like, yes, you'll see some of my videos on his feed, but like, if you go over to YouTube, that's where where my stuff is that I do for them. And we're almost to 10,000 subs. So like, we're not even close to where I want to be with that, but like, I downplay what I do because I don't feel like I'm as valuable as Brad is for his brand, because his brand is him, And so it's like, I commend you on like going, well, I have a part in Jarrell's content, but it's not all me. It's all him.
Yeah.
And that'll come back in waves, because it's super important to know that like, it really comes down to not only the editing and the video shooting and all of the different things that go into this, but like the personality is
so big,
is a wildly important piece. And so
he's so natural on camera.
Yeah. So
he's an actor,
but the productivity of it, you touched on this, and this is actually one of the questions. I won't say it as I wrote it, but like, how are you staying productive? And let's tie it to the High Rocks video. Like, you shot that. How long did it take?
Oh yeah.
Were you, how scripted were you? Did you focus on a hook? Did you just let him like just gab all on his own? Like,
so
bring us in.
I will. I'm gonna this one I'm really excited for. I think this is like, that video was one of my favorite videos of him ever that I shot. One, because I used nearly 90% of what I shot. So that shows that I was efficient with the time that was given. He never intended to shoot that video or had intentions of documenting the High Rocks ever, as far as like the training prep or his mindset. I came to him and I was like, "Hey, like, you're doing how?" He told me back like last year, he's doing it. I was like, "Can we document it? Like, you're not announcing it anywhere." I assumed he's gonna like tell people in the chat or on Instagram. Never announced it. I was like, "Let's make something out of this." So one, I provided value in that I'm giving something to him that he didn't plan. He's gonna use. So I was efficient with my time. I used most of the stuff that I shot and gave him an idea that he didn't already have. And so the really breakdown of the whole video was that I wanted to have his viewers see his quote unquote home life and another side of him, the athlete competitiveness that he gets. Like, he's driven, he's very detail oriented, and he is spending most of his time right now being the stitch person and the coach and fitness coach. Because he has his own Momentum Fitness. He has his own brand where he coaches and brings in clients and whatever.
Does he have his own gym?
At home, yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
So when he's filming all those stitch stuff, that's him at his house.
That's his house.
Okay.
Yeah. So all of that, this video really just highlighted his mindset, his prep into working on himself, not others. I think he said, like, this is the one time where I can be back in that mindset of an NFL athlete, and that he's doing fitness for himself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's for the stitches or just for his clients.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to hear from him and highlight. We got so many, cool videos that out of that I didn't use yet. But that video really sparked my just creative mindset. How are we going to pull, because he doesn't like showing a lot of his home life because he's a private,
Dude, that's
how you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what people don't know, they can't ruin,
Right. Right.
And so I was like, hey, can we show a little bit of your house? Didn't want to show too much, but I wanted to show him in his natural environment and then him in his work environment, the gym. So it starts out with him on the couch with Duty.
Yep.
A familiar face. I wanted to make it, familiar enough where if we posted on his profile, it wouldn't be like, whoa, what is he doing?
Right.
They see Duty. Boom. They see him on his couch. Boom. Oh, it's a story. Oh, he's talking. He's on the phone. It's something different. It's not a stitch. It's not wait till later. It's not wait to the end. So I want to be different. Yeah. So that really, it did well on his profile, I think. But yeah, I mean, it got me to you. So
right. Well,
that's like my whole creative mindset. Yeah.
That's, that's actually like when I saw that he tagged you, because we've been, the kids and I will watch him in the evening times. And there was one time where I think it was a long form video where you were hiking.
Oh yeah.
And I, so he was hiking and I paused it.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, oh wait, this looks like Arizona. And he walked right by a sign and I paused it and it had the little Phoenix logo on it. And I was like, he's here. I know he's here. Cause I'd always kind of thought like his backyard appeared like an Arizona backyard. Yeah. The glimpses of the exterior shots that I always saw where I was like, it's either Las Vegas or it's Phoenix, because it's like, the two desert places that look the same. So I know it's either New Mexico, Arizona, or Phoenix or Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. And then he walked by that and I was like, okay, I know he's here. And then he tagged you and I was like, okay, now I just want to know this dude.
Yeah.
He needs to be my friend.
Appreciate
because like we got to stick together.
Yeah.
But like when you were crafting that video,
the hiking video, that was
like how important, because everybody's saying, the hook. So, for short form, it's 3 seconds. For long form, it's 30 seconds. Like what is your, we know how the editing process and how Descript has helped you, chop things down and keep you productive. What's your like hook creation?
Yeah.
Do you have a framework of how you design your hooks?
So what I do is always be thinking about the hook or the highlights or what you can pull from the event that you're shooting before you even shoot. Get to know the person. Like for Jarrell, I mean, he's a character. Like you're gonna, it's gonna be easy for me to highlight something funny he says, does, or whatever.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, already know the guy personally, I know how he acts. I know, his, we got chemistry. Like I know his, that's also just learning. Like before, like I just didn't know what shots to get. I didn't know what angles to get. But now I'm like, okay, he's going to do this. Like I can kind of predict.
Yeah. It's like, I was a musician, for, 30 years. And when you play with a band over and over again,
it's just,
you start to like look at each other and go, okay, yeah, I know where we're going.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah. So
you do it. Yeah.
When you learn a person that well,
exactly,
that's what happens.
So yeah, ultimately it's hard to highlight a subject that you don't know. You can't really pull like a highlight or get something good when you don't know what you're shooting or what you don't know the goal or the main purpose of being there is. So that's step one for me. So if we do a rock climbing video or we do a swimming video or whatever, I know his character. I know how he acts. I know what he does at the end. He lays down a lot, says, funny things. I know what angles to get, what to capture. So just get the vision first, have a plan. Or have have a system, but don't die by the system.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And then what I do is I get all the content, watch it all, and then try to make a trailer, a story. Can what I shot be squeezed into an Instagram story? So I pull everything and make a story. And that's the length and that's the content that I use to make the hook.
Okay.
And then I make the video. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
like how I do it. And I send it to him. If he doesn't like it, redo it. You know, but it's gotten to the point where I'm not really sending it to him as much. It's already like, boom, you got it.
Pretty ready.
Pretty ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wants, it's interesting. His YouTube videos, if you watch them, are styled off of his reels. In that very quick cuts. There's always talking. There's always dialogue. There's not a single like dead moment where no one's talking.
Right.
It's cut to the cut. And that keeps the videos shorter. So about like, I'd say 7 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
Long YouTube videos, which is good. Helps me remove all the fluff. But he wants things to be tight.
Yep.
Doesn't like dead space or just whatever. So there's cuts, boom, boom, voiceovers. You're gonna just drag the audio down and show the B-roll, whatever.
Yep.
Or as soon as you see him, boom, talking about something, you see it right away.
Yep.
Don't be talking about something you can't see. Like, so the intro was, today we're gonna be at the blank gym, whatever. You see the gym within 3 seconds.
Yep.
As he's saying the gym name, you're already seeing the gym. We're inside the gym, and then he does something, he's falling, or he's yelling, or he's doing something. Like, it's very quick. It's very
Attention grabbing.
attention grabbing. I wanted to say something else. Like, imagine you're just on TikTok and you're just scrolling.
Right.
Like, what is going to keep these people to stop?
Right.
But YouTube will.
Yeah.
For me, it's crazy. It's contradicting to my natural style because I love the slow. I love the build up. So what we posted about the High Rocks was way slower than what he wanted originally, but it's different.
Well, you were trying to draw them in with a anticipation.
Yeah.
And so it was like, what's going on? And we watched it and I looked at it and I was like, what's High Rocks? Because I had heard the name.
Yeah.
I heard the name.
A lot of people don't know what High Rocks is.
You totally.
I thought it was like big. It is a big thing, but I thought it was like.
Well, yeah. It there's so many things that I'm always like, wait, how did I not know about this?
It's crazy. There's so many niches.
There's so many subcultures, and that's
where you're going.
That's the big deal right there. Is like, but what's funny is I was like, part of the mobile podcast trailer is I can go anywhere, and so I'm like, it would be really cool if I could plant this at a conference
or at State Farm Stadium.
Yeah,
what you are doing I've never seen this. This is amazing. This is like, it got me hyped up when I was like, I saw the trailer and I was pulling it up. I was like, oh my gosh, this is real. This is like, this is cool. This is like,
well, thank you.
I've never, and things like this, you know, when people see it, they're like wondering like, whoa, what is that?
Yeah.
Scan your QR code.
Yeah. That's what I want. There's only one other company, that I know of, that's based out of the DFW area called Podcast Trailer. But the only reason why I don't have podcasttrailer.com is because they have it.
Oh, they have it. If anything, it's still good that you have competition.
Well, I have no proof that they actually have had any
success,
any podcast, because I haven't found like if you go to my website, we've done. I think we're on, you might be episode 9 or 10.
Okay.
So we've done just couple handfuls of episodes. But you can find mine on on my website, you can find all the podcasts. Mm-hmm. Like I link to them for YouTube. You can find them on Apple Podcasts and stuff like that.
Easy as possible for it to be searchable.
I can't find any of those other ones. Good. They just have the idea.
Good.
But I really want to get into the conference circuit. And so it's like, there's some, like real estate guru Aspire conference coming in April or March or something that some people are doing here. And I'm like, I want to get to that conference.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell all people like that I think would be great candidates and have some skin in some big names. Like my professor, she's worked for the NBA for like 20 plus years. Like,
yeah, I want to get in with the Final Four.
Oh yeah.
I guess the Final Four is here in April. I want to get in on that.
I mean, there's people easily within, that a text away that I know that like are either like volunteering for the Final Four or like know someone who can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you like post it outside the?
It would be rad if like we, at least the vision of it, this is ever evolving.
Yeah.
Bro, when you create something, you think you have it for one reason and it completely changes. It shifts.
It shifts.
But like my initial idea for that or any conference would be we're providing a quiet place for people to bring, like say two players want to sit down and have a conversation and they want to document it. This would be a good spot. Or they have a broadcast host that instead of being out in the public trying to get conversation going, it's an intimate place where two people can come and have a one-on-one conversation and it just be documented. And then my team and I will process it, get it back to them.
Love it.
Eventually this will be equipped with Starlink so that way, if I have somebody that wants to do, a live stream or something, that's a possibility as well.
Like you have a vision. You have like,
yeah.
And the product itself, I'm already a fan of.
Well,
so it's that easy. It's so much more easier for me to be like, yes, must see this guy. Like I'm going to throw your name out there. Like,
dude, thank you.
So
thank
cool.
You.
Like,
that's so cool. And this will lead to the next part of the thing. So you've worked with Jarrell, and that's like a big name in the game here as far as Instagram and social media goes. But you've also worked with some big names as far as like sports goes. The Suns, the Cardinals, the Milwaukee Brewers. And I'm going to frame it a little bit differently than just working with big brands. What are expectations that big brands have that they think just because they're a big name that you're going to produce a video and it's going to automatically get millions of views? Like, how do you set expectations for those brands when hey, just because you shoot a video doesn't mean we're going to get, 1 million plus views? So
true. I mean, so for the Suns, I'll clarify. For the Suns, I was doing more GSR and representative work in that.
Break down GSR.
Guest services. So I was doing more meet and greet, cater to club members or fans who were down in the bowl. I was more of like a hostess for that. But in that, just being around that, I got contacts of videographers and photographers who shoot for the Suns and who now have their own brands. And now I'm still friends with. So that was a big thing for me. Just being in that environment, even though I wasn't doing the cameras and videography, he's got a wealth of networks. And then for the Brewers, I ran their social media for spring training. And they're so big, to answer your question, like a rabbit trail.
It's all good.
Culture. They go back to culture. Everything. I mean, the Suns were pushing it when I was there. Brewers, spring training was pushing it. Cardinals is pushing it. The whole staff goes back to culture and the whole experience of the fan. Put yourself in the fan's shoes. Think that every single fan that comes here is their first time. And what that does to the staff is try to make it the best experience.
Right.
Whether you're doing videos, whether you're doing sales, whether you take a box, whether you're, just a volunteer. Expect that fan to be their first time and you're the first thing they see.
Yep.
You're the product, before they see the players, see the game, whatever, the staff is the first thing that they experience. And if it's a bad experience, how likely are they to come back?
Right, exactly.
Like if I get yelled at going to a Diamondbacks game by a staff member, sure, the game might be good, but I'm like, I'm going to have that looming in the back of my head,
Yep.
Where if I get like greeted or a discount or something, happens, even if the team loses, which they do a lot, I'm going to associate that with, overall, they might have lost, but I had a great experience.
Right.
Your selling experience. At the end of the day, your selling experience.
So let's jam on that for a minute. What is a sports team that you would say are doing a really, really good job?
Selling experience.
Yeah.
Even though their product's bad.
Or their product could be good.
Great. Answers in two things. I think the Cardinals are doing. I'll just say that right now.
Yep.
I think they could be selling obviously the product in the field isn't the best.
Right.
And it hasn't been for a couple
decades.
Years ever. Yeah, decades. Yeah.
I think,
right.
I think when
Ever.
Kurt Warner, when
Maybe,
he was
yeah.
quarterback,
there.
I was the nanny for Josh McCown. He was a starting quarterback for I think a season.
Really?
So that was fun for a minute. That was a Manny.
Yeah, I like that.
I was in the right place.
Just called you up. Hey,
yeah.
Yeah. This kid needs some help.
I tell you, I don't know how that happened, but I was working out at the right gym and met his wife and yeah. So that was it. But that was a fun experience. Went up to the Cardinals training camp and stuff like that. But no, at that time it was in Flagstaff.
Whoa.
Yeah. So they took me up there, got me my own hotel room. And so
it's a hard life.
I was there with all the other nannies. It was really
nannies
funny.
Or nannies? Oh, nannies. Actually, nannies.
Yeah, they were all the girls, and then there was me.
Did you? Get my own suite. It's mine. Get my own.
Oh, it was a trip. It only lasted a little bit, but it was fun.
So take it in.
Yeah, dude, it was. Yeah. But
But yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I'm gonna say one of the brands that's out there doing it right nowadays is the Savannah Bananas. Have you
literally
followed?
Just watched a video last night about the owner talking about how they can I speak English? Position themselves.
It's insane.
Like it's crazy. Yeah.
That dude is
marketing
incredible.
genius. Marketing genius.
Incredible. Crazy. What's funny is basically, and he never says this, but they're like the Harlem Globetrotters of the baseball system, right? Like and I've never heard anybody else say it that way, but that's exactly what they're doing. They're just making it so freaking fun to go to a game.
I think there's more turnout to the baseball game because it can fit more people. They sell out games.
They have.
Stadiums.
I'm pretty sure they're sold out for years. Like you can't get a ticket for years with them. It's insane. And the cool thing is like you were talking about the experience of the person coming to the games. They have I'm pretty sure it's all inclusive. So your ticket also gets you your food and your drinks and the whole experience is just, it's so
family oriented too.
It's so orchestrated. It's so family oriented and it's insane. The dude is a marketing expert.
Crazy.
That dude's an expert. I would never question anything he says because he's just And I'm sure he would probably say that he would question some things, but bro just took so many risks and,
And the players themselves, some are ex-players, some didn't make it.
yeah.
And that's cool itself. Like they still get to play the sport they love, get paid, and do it.
Yeah.
Do it in real stadiums too. Like real actual,
And they're traveling around like the Harlem Globetrotters too. So it's like so cool. But yeah, like it's funny because I think that like when you're working with bigger brands, we really have to set expectations. And we actually have to set expectations with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that you're working with, if you're not setting the expectation of like, this might flop.
Yeah.
And the thing is we're going to show up again
tomorrow, the
next week, and the next week, and the next day. And we're just going to keep going until we figure out the formula.
Yes.
And, that's actually one of the reasons why I annualize all of my contracts is because I look at the client and go, here's the deal. This isn't going to be a get rich quick scheme. This is slow. If we want this to be truly organic, if we're not going to put any other money behind it other than what you're spending to pay me, we're going to go at this, however many times. Like we did 4 videos a week for AFT for 2 years. And we won a lot, but we also lost at a lot.
Yeah.
But what it did was it allowed us to figure out like what formula and what system works and what people gravitate to and what they don't.
Well said.
And so it gave us a lot of data. And so it's like, if a company is willing to pay for 4 videos a week, your data is going to come back a lot quicker.
Oh yeah. Whereas if you do one every week, one every month,
exactly. So
consistency, build something.
My newest client, we're going to do 2 videos a week for the next 3 months.
Okay.
And initially I was like, I need a year. And they were like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because I'm not cheap.
Yeah.
I'm not cheap.
You know your value. You know what you bring to the table. And you know the potential. Yeah.
Well, and also too, like there comes a point where it needs to hurt a little bit. Because here's the deal. If I make it so little that you go, well, I just don't really feel like it today.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I don't really want to do a video today. And I go, well, I'm still going to charge you.
Yeah.
Like, even if we don't get those 4 videos a week, guess what? I'm still going to send you that invoice and you're not going to be happy about it. So it needs to hurt a little bit. So when I was in my negotiation with them, I was like, we need a year to really like get a feel of what's going to happen on YouTube. And they're like, golly, a year, that's a long time before we see any kind of return. And I was like, well, you might see a return sooner. But the thing is that like, what we're trying to do is build your brand and authority in the space. So we need to create evergreen content that isn't going to just be a, like here's
today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah. It's not an Instagram reel or a story. This is evergreen content. And so
long-term brand. This
is when people find you and because what we're trying to focus on is conversion. And they have a lot of high-end memorabilia. And so what their struggle is first-time buyers spending large sums of money. And the thing is that like, like I would, if I came onto a website and I saw that this website had a Babe Ruth card for 10 grand, but I've never heard of that website before in my life, there's no way that I'm going to throw 10 grand. Even if I'm wildly wealthy and that 10 grand means nothing to me, I'm still going to question, like one time I bought a $35 big wheel scooter thing on Temu or something like that never came. That was $35 that just went, flew away. It didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I was willing to take that risk because if it came, dope.
Sweet.
but if it didn't, it's not that much money. But the same goes for like, if somebody is going to spend, 10 grand on a Babe Ruth card, we need to show up in an authentic way somewhere.
Exactly.
And those people, one, YouTube's a trusted source for that. And so if all you have on your YouTube channel is a bunch of short videos of other cards that you have for sale or you've sold in the past, that builds a little bit of credibility. But if they can put a face to the product and go, okay, these guys are showing up consistently on this channel. Okay, I trust them a little bit more. Now you're building that brand recognition, that brand authority. And so like our formula and idea is kind of like, I don't know if you're familiar with Cars and Bids or Doug DeMuro.
Yes.
So Doug DeMuro does these, he'll say, here are my top 5,
cars of the year.
Yeah, must have cars or cars of the year.
Or cars for whatever.
Yeah, or cars that I'll never buy, like something along those lines. So we're going to build it similar to that. At least that's my vision right now.
It's good.
We haven't started filming, but that's the vision.
So you have
a
vision.
And so I pitched it and we have 3 months. Okay. It's not the year that I wanted.
Yeah.
But I have 3 months to at least get it, the concept built to be able to go, all right, give me 9 more months.
Yes.
And let's see where this takes us. Because I actually think that this brand could be a 1 million sub brand. Because they already have 24,000 subs on YouTube as it is.
Just convert those up.
And I'm like, let's bring in like some authority and credibility and let people see who's behind. And it's not like behind the scenes where you're like, come on into to this, and check us out at the office. No, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be like, we're going to be pretty structured about it, but we're going to build a personality of several different
persona.
Yeah, their persona is going to be there, and there's going to be like 3 or 4 different characters that we're going to film with on a regular basis. And so people are going to we're going to figure out who
gravitates towards
who gravitates to who. And then we're going to be able to draw from that and
I like that
and build. So big brands, just because you shoot a video doesn't mean it's going to go somewhere. And, how do you set those expectations with the brands that you're working with?
Yeah. More so right now, I'm just working with clients who already have brands for themselves that do whatever, or people trying to start their own brand through working with themselves or them as the brand. So really, when it goes down to the vision, I say that with so many times. What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to get that one viral video and that's it? Here today, gone tomorrow? Or trying to be that, what did you say? You said be the pro in your field or be that expert in your field. Yeah. I think when I shoot a video, I'm trying to envision the life of the video after the event happens. So say we're shooting for High Rocks. How can I make this video last past High Rocks? You know, like,
Which actually would probably be pretty hard.
yeah, it's hard. Like, but what about that video that I could make, would have people save it and go back to it later? Okay, maybe I'm not into like doing High Rocks or that fitness stuff, but that story was so good.
Yeah.
That inspired me to be good at something else that's totally different from High Rocks, but so I'm trying to like think every time I shoot a video, what's the lifespan of this video and content? Because once your video is being reused, and you make it that consistent effort in being that person that makes videos lifespan or whatever that are reusable, you can charge way more.
Yeah.
Your value goes up.
Yeah.
Now, hey, I have a proven record here that not only do I make videos for you, but I can curate content for you that you can use over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Well,
if I could give you a little bit of advice for your High Rocks video, I would say make it more about Jarrell's mindset going into it rather than it being necessarily about High Rocks.
Exactly. That was a little bit of an intro, I think, to what we were trying to do. Like,
yeah.
I asked some questions. I didn't want to be like an interview where it's like, "Hey, Jarrell, how you feeling during High Rocks?" Yeah, but I didn't want to be. I wanted to be like, as natural as possible. Like I wanted him to kind of carry the scene, and he kind of spoke to that in that video where he was like, I haven't done it in a while. It's my mindset. I haven't competed, or last time I competed was back in high school, back in the NFL. This is a new thing for me. Kind of like, and that was. Like you said, highlight the whole mindset of the athlete.
Yeah. I think that's where you can get that evergreen content too. Because, him being a coach already, I think naturally he's going to like deliver that kind of mindset stuff to begin with, because man, I tell you, like the roller coaster of creative for us as creatives, you just like, am I good enough? Like we're
oh my gosh, yeah,
we're constantly stuck in our own heads, right? And
what's
the
the word
same
for that? That's imposter syndrome.
Oh, for sure.
Every single day. And
every day.
Because I'm comparing myself to people who have been shooting for 50 plus. I'm not making that up, but
no, there are
50 plus years or 20 plus years. I'm like, man, why can't I make a comment? Well, because I'm not there yet. I've been doing this for 3 serious years.
Yeah.
And this year, post college, first, month out of college, I'm taking it to like bet on myself in a way. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm not working a 9 to 5.
Don't do it.
I'm not doing the, oh, what are you doing after college? I'm going to work at this corporation, this business.
Yep. I'm
not doing that. I'm doing, retainers, freelancing, and I'm going 110% and betting on myself for a year,
But I would give yourself,
I haven't put like a whole time frame on it.
I would, so if I can give you
totally fine.
You didn't ask for this advice, but I'll
take
it
to you. I'll take it.
If you could give yourself 5 years.
I'll be no.
Not that, dude, you'll be 27 in 5 years. Come on, you won't be.
Well, you're telling a 22-year-old, 27. It's like, oh my gosh.
But that, give yourself 5 years. Like it took, we were, let's see, Eli's 13. And when I left corporate America 11 years ago, I was like, I don't ever want to go back. So I worked for University of Phoenix. I worked for GCU.
How's that?
And then I worked for GoDaddy. GCU is the only job that I ever really got fired from.
Whoa.
I was cut.
Yeah.
Dude, it was really hard. So GCU, despite the good that they do,
I have I looked right at the camera. I should have done that.
There.
Yeah.
So one, I don't think that a college education is necessary. I think that you probably would have been successful with or without it.
It's more networking.
Yes.
That's what you make of it too.
Yeah. It's
what you make of it.
It's what you turn it into.
Ooh.
And that's for anything in life. But when I worked for GCU, I worked for the College of Christian Studies. So I actually have half of my master's in Christian leadership. I have my undergraduate degree in management, and I thought I was going to go into ministry. And I was like so gung-ho on it. And then my ministry job dried up and GCU fired me, and I was without a job for 6 months, having 2 kids at that time, a house, and then almost homeless. We were super close. Like we were days away from being homeless. Sold our house and we had nowhere to go. I didn't have a job yet. Got hired on the spot at GoDaddy and worked there for 3 years. And after GoDaddy, I left to go into full-time creative work. And I was making almost no money. But I was like, I have to do this or else I'm going to like spoon my eyes out. So
what you just said, I told my roommate the other day, I was like, and I'm going to refer him to this podcast, so I'm going to be on here. You have to put yourself in environments where you have to succeed. Like a lot of times I'm like, I want to do something. If you really wanted to, you'd put yourself in environments where you had to. There's no other option. And you speak to
this is it.
Yeah,
this is
like,
it. Like,
yeah, you're getting
what we're sitting
literally gonna die,
now.
or
like
maybe not that severe, but put yourself in positions where you have to, succeed.
Yeah. Well, dude, like I didn't have any choice. Like I didn't want to work for GoDaddy, but when I was in that interview, I looked at the guy and I was like, I want to be here.
Yeah.
And I know that it is something that you need is that you want people to be here too.
Yes.
So if you want somebody that wants to be here, then hire me.
I like that.
And that's kind of the whole crux of everything. Like if you look at somebody and go, I can make your content into something and you're not just a retainer. I'm invested in the forward movement of your company or your brand or your, UGC product launch stuff, like whatever you're doing. I'm here to help you win. That just makes people go, yeah, I'm in.
Exactly.
Because here's the deal. Like when I started doing YouTube stuff with AFT, we had like 400 subscribers on YouTube. And my client had 7 custom homes. Again, I am not everything to that brand. My client, Brad, is everything to that brand. He is the face of it. But now he's got like over 30 customs on his books. And when we started, he had 7. So
start somewhere.
Like, the forward movement is like, even though video, like everybody goes, well, what's my ROI? I don't know what
you won't see it, and
I don't know what your ROI is going to be. Like,
you got to post it.
Do you know what the ROI is on a billboard? No, you just know that people drive by it a bunch of times. Yeah. Like, who knows? Because here's the deal: we could create a hook. We could create, an engaging first 3 seconds or the first 30 seconds and think that it's going to blow up, and it just bombs. And we don't know. We just don't know. We could try. And if we take enough swings at bat, then we're going to learn what works and what doesn't.
It's exactly, that buy-in process, that's what I'm working on with this client. I'm working on with this whole week. I'm trying to get them onto retainer. Yeah. Because I bought into their vision, their story, and everything. And we just need to come to agreement with what's at. You know, I want a retainer because I want to work with them long term.
Yeah.
If we do contract work, I'm less motivated to even like do the project as far as I'll do it, but retainer just gives me that confidence. Okay, I'm going to see you like twice a week.
Yep.
I'm putting energy, time, I'm building relationships. We have a schedule to meet with each other and see each other. And it's so much more easier for me to improve quality, storytelling, and everything else when I have that retainer behind me, because I know once there's this consistency.
Yep.
And there's also a consistency in meeting up.
Yep.
Like it just gives me that confidence in my okay.
One of the things that I had a client for 3 years, and I usually have my clients for long term. I usually they don't get rid of me and I don't get rid of them. And I still manage their YouTube channel. We just their budget doesn't allow for a consistent video content right now. But we had a standing Monday filming. So every Monday, 9 a.m.
Wow.
we were hitting the ground no matter what. And that consistency, and that's the most important. So everybody wants to go viral, right? But the thing is that you don't want to be a one-hit wonder. You know, like there's so many, like I attribute bands that are one-hit wonders to the fact that they weren't ready for the success. And so like if you're a one-hit wonder in the world of virality, you're not ready for the success. If you can't repeat it, then it falls flat. I had one TikTok video hit almost 1 million views. Wow. And I just did it because I knew it would get views. Yeah. I knew what it would do. I understood the platform and I knew what would happen. And I did it and it got like 980,000 views and it shot me up to like over 12,000 followers on TikTok. And I was like, sweet, that's cool. But like, it didn't do anything long term because I'm not going to create another video like that. That's like, that video was just a shock video that nobody expected. And it was a one-hit wonder. And it was crafted that way. Like that was intentional. I just wanted to see what, I wanted to see what one video could do. And so I crafted it this way and it tipped and got me to a huge amount of followers for my little, channel. And I was happy with it, but it didn't turn into anything else. And I didn't need it to. I was just proving a point.
Okay. So you went viral by accident, forced by experiment.
It was it was an experiment. Viral by experiment.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was it.
I never heard anyone doing that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, so.
But that makes sense. Like you're trying to, if what you are viral for or get known for by one video is nothing or has nothing to do with what you normally do. Like I've seen that. My friends have posted like things like that has nothing to do what they do already. I'm like, all right, are you gonna, shift?
Are you gonna pivot to this?
To that? It's like, that's not me. That's not me. I'm like, all right, what was the point of cool?
Yeah.
You got 1 million views. Like, all right. What are you gonna do with that?
Yeah. Well, because most people aren't monetized to do that. Like I would imagine that Jarrell's content, is on all the platforms, is monetized to go in that direction. So like the views that he gets, he's making a CPM on that. So like, that's clicks per million or views per million, whatever, platform you're on. There's money coming in from that, but a normal person like us, we're not set up on the apps to be ready for that.
Oh yeah. That makes so much sense. Like, can you sustain the set audience that you would get from the video?
Right.
Like when you put a video out there, all right, think about who's going to view it. Yeah. Not your followers right now, but who outside of that will view it and see it. Once they click your profile, will they see similar things like that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm working on, really, like trying to get, so using the pin features, using the Instagram covers, everything's advertising. Like, can you make your profile as curated to your potential client or customer as possible.
Well, I think you touched on it earlier with Jarrell's content. Like with that High Rocks video, you wanted it to, on his grid, not stand out like a sore thumb.
Yes.
You wanted it to match the consistency that he always brings on his grid. And so like paying attention to that aspect,
Yes.
crafting the story so that it's different, but it also doesn't
scream.
Yeah, it doesn't like make somebody bounce off the video.
Not neon in a sea of black.
Exactly.
Know? Where with him, the first shot is him in duty. That's what you really see. It's not going to be him riding a bike, Right. It's like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
That might work for like shock factor, but like, okay, tie it into something we've seen,
Yeah, how do we bring it back?
How do we bring it back to like, okay, I want to make sure like people who are already following him, okay, that's something we've really seen. It's just shot on a different camera and different tone.
Yeah.
Change things, but don't change too many things because then your views will drop.
Yeah. Well, obviously we have other things to do.
Yeah.
We could be here all day.
We could.
But
that's the joy of podcasts. You can just continue doing them for
exactly.
years.
But I'm going to ask you this one last question. That's actually from the list.
Did we cover anything from the
No.
We covered like two things from the list, right?
Yeah, we scooted around the ideas and stuff like that.
Saw it and then avoided it and then got back to it eventually.
Exactly.
I like it.
The question that I'll ask is, if you had to give one piece of advice to local creators or any creator, because this could go outside of Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will, but we would hope that some people will listen. That I actually have 2 countries that listen. So at least where my podcast is.
Shout out those countries.
I don't even know what they are. But if you had to give one piece of advice to creators just starting out, what would it be? And this will be the last question. We're landing the plane.
Got you. I say this from a learning perspective. I try to stay humble and that I do not know everything. I am learning as I go. But one idea, right, for creators?
You can have a couple. It doesn't matter.
Bring up paper. All in all, remember why you started. Because that reason for why you started in the first place will be what gets you through the hard times. I had season where I had no idea, who I was going to work with, no clients, no hits, nothing. Just me sending DMs. Like I've literally done this. I've like DM'd a whole roster of players before. I've like just emailed people my profile, called people, messaged people, texted, spammed people. And in those moments when you're not seeing results, not seeing any whatsoever feedback, reciprocation, remember why you started. And that will get you through. But also the people around you, I think I'm really big on community and faith in that. Lean into that because that will be your crutch when you're not seeing the results you want. And understand that, you're not what you do. That's been a big thing for me. Like I'm not the content and numbers and the quote unquote status and people I work with. Like that's not me. That's a gift from God.
Yep.
But that doesn't need to be wrapped up in my identity. Because if the numbers aren't there, I start to freak out and I put that onto my identity.
Yep.
And then my mood starts to, go down and then it just spirals. So once you can detach yourself from what you do, you'll be free. It's just a sense of freedom.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I say this because I struggle with it daily. Like every single day, just like I remind myself like, all right, the numbers aren't there. The views aren't there. The clients aren't there. I don't know what's going to happen in this next month, But, I've gotten this far, and
Yeah.
God wouldn't put me, in front of these people, in front of you, in front of this, podcast and environment just to, say, all right, done. That's it, like,
Well, dude, and here's the deal too. Like, if you were to decide, nah, I don't want to do this anymore.
yeah,
That's okay too.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things that I had to remember or really like coach myself into a better place was like, because on the daily basis, I'll have a roller coaster of emotion. I'll think that Mobile Podcast Trailer is going to win, or that I'm just going to have to go get a W-2 job. On the regular, like, it's just that roller coaster is always going to be there. We just have to be okay with that roller coaster.
Yeah. It gets easier.
I
think
I don't
the
know.
roller coaster ride might not get easier, but you managing the ups and downs does get easier.
Yes. Just the same as, I don't know. I can bench a little over 205. I might be able to hit 225 a little bit.
The weight doesn't change. You just get stronger.
But yeah.
Like, that's better.
I might be able to create enough momentum to have the reps that need to take place for it to get easier. But one thing too is, like, I think as creatives, we want the people that we work with to always be there. And I have to remind myself that I actually have to constantly be getting new leads and new clients if I want to continue growing. Because especially in the creative space, a lot of people, they see your value, but it's really hard to convince somebody to pay you more, every year.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, you actually have to be seeking new clients. And I say this out of a recent discovery of, I need to be attracting more clients or more leads, because if I don't, then my clients that I'm relying on right now may like drop me. And then I'm like, well, crap, what do I do?
Yeah.
So like, I need to not be so reliant on the one, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 clients. I need to be creating a better pool, so that way, if something happens, because here's the deal too. If you're so relationship driven like we are, if you love a client and they come to you and they say, Joseph, like, I hit a rough spot. I can't, keep doing what we're doing. But you love what they're doing, and you know that it's just like a rough patch. You want to be in a place where you can go, you know what? Like, I'll do this for you for free. Or what could we do? Like, what can you do right now? Because the consistency and the brand and the visibility is more important to me than the paycheck.
Yeah.
If I can get to a place where I have enough coming in to like go, hey, it's on me.
Yeah.
Like, get me on the back end.
Yeah.
Like, that shows your relational, aptitude and belief in their business, that you can then go, wow, Joseph really, values me and sees, and that could actually help them like get out of the rut and believe in themselves a little bit.
Empower them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just learned something new. That really kind of reinforced what I'm going through right now, in that I'm like, okay, I'm doing everything myself in-house.
Yeah.
I have like 3 main clients right now. In the back of my mind, I'm like, if I just sign them to a retainer, I'm good,
Yeah.
But like, what's outside of that. If I just put myself in a bubble, I'm good with these 3 people.
Yep.
We're done. I'm limiting myself, creativity, and also potential in, like you said, like say that scenario happens and that one drops and I can't.
Now you're all,
And I'm like, oh crap. Always, refreshing that creative wheel and bringing more people in. Yeah.
Well, dude,
so important.
Dude, you nailed it.
Thank you. I hope I didn't stutter too much or miss up my words.
No stuttering was done. Stuttering was done.
Appreciate you guys.
Dude, appreciate you. Hey guys, again, if you don't remember his handles, I guess go ahead and tell him again.
Joseph Gennaro _ and then the next one is Inside Narrative Media _
There you go. Follow him.
Appreciate you guys.
Those 12 people that are out there, and
soon to be more. I'm telling you. In 2 different countries too.
Yeah. Follow along as we go. I appreciate you, man.
You guys are awesome.
Thanks for doing
you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. This is sick.
Yeah. Have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you guys next time.